Hi everyone, welcome to Data Lounge. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create calendar table in Power BI. You can use different methods to create the calendar table, but I'm going to show the two methods I usually use to create them. And I have created this as a two-part video. In the first part, I will be showing first method using DAX measures, and in the second part, I will be showing the method using Power Query Editor. So without further delay, let's get started. I'll see you in a bit. Hey everyone, welcome back. So as you can see here, I already have a dashboard here. I created this from Wide World Importers dataset, and we have a lot of metrics. This is a sales dashboard, so it has got order quantity, order amount in dollars, year-over-year comparison, all these metrics in there. And this was the same dashboard that I showed in my previous video. And I added one additional table into this just to show you why we need a calendar table. So these are, as you can see here, these are two fact tables. So sometimes you may not be able to merge the fact tables together, because sometimes when we merge it, there could be duplication of lines, and that could create an incorrect aggregation of numbers, such as like sales total or quantity. All these may get duplicated when we are merging them, so we may have to keep them separated. So in that case, we still may have to link them somehow or connect them somehow to show that they are of the same date or same date range, or they have a same customer numbers. So in those kind of situations, we have to link those tables together. So in order to link them, we use the calendar table to have them same timeline, to show that this is the same date. So for example, so I have a date year slicer here. So this profit visual over here is from the fact sales table, and the rest of the metrics are from the fact orders table. So if I change the year filter, you can see that the profit is not changing. This is because the fact sales is not connected to the calendar table that I already created. And let me go to the model view. So you can see here the date table is not connected to the fact sales. So if I connect that, they will change when I change that slicer in the visual. So if I drag and drop the date field into the invoice date key, that will create a relation between those two tables. So now if I come back here, now you can see that that's filtering to that particular year, 2014, the profit field. So that's why we use a calendar table in these kind of situations. So let me show you two methods to create the calendar table. So the first one is using the DAX measures. So what I'm going to do is go straight to modeling on the top and create new table. And this will prompt to type a DAX formula. So I'm going to type the calendar, type it as calendar. That's the table name. And in calendar, again, there is a function in DAX called calendar. And you just got to start typing the bracket, and it will show you the input data that you need to enter. So you need to enter a start date and end date. So you just got to type date function, date, and year, start year 2022, January 1st, bracket close. So that's our start date. And again, end date, date, bracket open. Let's just say the calendar table should be until 2025, December, so it will be 12, 31st, 31. Now close the bracket, and just enter. So that will create a table on your data model. You can see here calendar is created, and if you open that drop down, you can see the date field. So you just come to the data view over here. Now you can see the list of dates that we created. So this is the date field. Now we can make the calendar table dynamic. That means currently we have entered, if you click on the calendar table, and if you can see here the end date is 2025, which is hard coded, and by the end of 2025 we won't have any more dates, but our the company will still be working and will have data past 2025 12/31. So in order to avoid that situation, we need to make this dynamic. So what we can do here is type the date field like this. So I'm going to clear the 2025, and all I'm going to do is type year function, year year, and open bracket, and we need to specify a date. So the date will be, we want to grab the date from our system. So for that we're going to use the function today, and put an empty bracket and close the year function. So now this means it grabs the date from your system, and then the year function grabs the year of that date of today. So that is 2023. Now we need to mention, we are going to add +2 to that year. So that means this is 2025 till 31. So this way, whenever we are as we progress through each date, even if we are past 2023, then the calendar will update to 2026 12/31. So that's how this will become dynamic. So now you can see here our data will get updated, and if we come to data view again, so this will have dates until 2025, and as I mentioned, it will update the column, the dates dynamically. Now in your calendar table, it's most probably we will have to work with different time metrics or time fields, such as year, month name, month number. For all those, we can just use the DAX measures and create new columns. So let's add a couple of columns here. Select new column, and type in year. Let's just say I want year column, and year, I'm going to type year. We can type calendar date. So that will give me the year for the dates. And let's just add another column that gives the month number. Month equals month calendar date. Now if you want the month name, new column, month name equals, so for this all you got to do is calendar. You don't need to have a prefix or a function, and you just got to select dot month. So that will give us the month names. So this is how you create these individual columns in your calendar table. So once you have that, if you come to the model view, you can see here, this is the calendar table, date, month, month name, year, and you can Here I already had created a date table as a calendar table, and I only created a date column in there. So similar to this one, if I created this calendar table first, I will be connecting the date values to the respective fact tables. So that way uh, um, those fact tables are connected through the calendar table. So that's one method of creating the calendar table, and I'm going to show you another method using Power Query Editor. So I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.